Hello guys and welcome to Stranded Deep. Now, yeah, it's a game on Steam for about £10 or £12 I think. Basically you get stuck on an island after a plane crash and you have to survive. So this is my sort of game really. I kind of like these open world, do whatever you like sort of games. It's not, well, it's sort of a concept of Minecraft. So for example you go around, gather things to craft other items. Now I did have a game on here which I'd been surviving for 14 days, but I erased that completely to do the series really. I sort of wanted to start from scratch, so yes, so new game. We'll go through the whole of the game really. I think I'm going to try and make every episode about half an hour. 25 minutes, half an hour. Just, yeah, I like to get a lot done. So, here we are, we're in a plane. You can look around. See here, our clothes are already torn. The plane's crashing. It looks like we're on a business trip. Oh, yep, the plane has crashed. See there, my bottle of wine, my glasses. And a pen still stuck to the table. Yeah, we're crashing. I believe I can exit this thing actually, the intro, but oh well, I quite like to do this. So, where are we? Looks like we're possibly in the sea. So, we got to get out of this place. Get to a life raft on the surface. I can't get through there. I think I've got to go down there actually. Right, I'm not incredibly sure. Although if we can get out this door it's even better. So, the plane is on fire. Everything's, oh, there's all the bells and whistles here. Right, a life raft here. Go to this. Whoa, what's happening? Did I die or? Not sure. I think that might just be the intro. Actually, it's really quite a cool intro. Actually, I really quite like that. For a game, well, quite a lot of games don't really have intros, so cutscenes, as I call them. But this really quite nice. So we're in a life raft. E to interact. So if we click E, then we can maneuver it. I like to say drive, but not really. Cox in it, I think. I don't know what the technical term is. So, if we go to this island, I think we'll make this our base, really. If we build everything on here, bring everything back. Unless, at some point, we find an island which has, well, more equipment, really. More opportunities for building on. Yes. So, what do we have? We have nothing in our backpack at the moment, so we'll have to go round. We have here, I believe some of the trees, palm trees actually, have coconuts on. So, that one there. I need a machete or a knife first. Let's try and get to this boat here. Because, for example, quite a lot of these boats, or the shipwrecks at least, have like hard boxes on them, hard cases, and that include, well, quite often in them have a machete or a hammer or something, a useful piece of equipment. So we go in here, flare gun. So, I'm not entirely sure as well if this game has like a set ending. So, for example, a plane flying over, I'm not sure if there's some form of ending like that where you get rescued, but for now we're just going to survive. So don't jump back in or see if there's anything else. Don't really need a flare gun, do we? See there as well, it got a bit red around the edges. That means we're about to die very, very shortly. Right, nope, nothing else in here. We're gonna have to make a spear at some point as well. So basically our main goals now are food, water and shelter, and a fire. So see all these driftwood, or wooden sticks here at least anyway. We want these. We need stones to make a fire, or at least the base around it. A wild boar. We can actually kill animals on here. I don't know if you guys would want to watch that. Please say so down in the comments. But for food, we are going to have to do that at some point, unless I can find some form of like plantation around here. But I've been playing this game for a very, very long time now, and not really such a thing. With the fishing and that, not as gruesome. I mean, for example, the wild boar, if we were to go after that, we have to chase it, get a spear. It's really quite an issue. So I've tried to do it, and they just run incredibly quickly, and then you try to spear them, and then the spear goes in the opposite direction to where you aimed it, because you aimed so bad. Yes, let's try and make a friend. Hello. Anyway, rocks and sticks. We've got everything here that we could ever ask for, even a tarpaulin. Now we can actually use the tarpaulin for, well, doing stuff really. I think if we try to collect as much wood and stuff as possible now, it'll make it so much easier when it comes to night time and that. As yeah, we got to, basically at night you want to sleep, you don't want to stay up. If we click F as well, we can see our levels. So it's currently 14th of November, another nice day here, 27.3 degrees. That's like half one-ish, 25 to 2. So, our sleep is good, water's good, food is good, and health is good. So, we want to keep all those levels high. So, let's try and collect as much stuff as we can here. That's possibly because we're doing too much work. Right. I kind of want to make the shelter quite high up here, have a decent vantage point. For example, at some point, I'm going to get rid of these trees and that, so I can see all the way around, especially that set there. I think up here would be quite good actually. I mean, you can see around an island over there, one over there, one there, and can't see one over there actually. So, which button is it? C to craft an item. Shelter, we need palm leaf and lashings. Let's see about fire first. Yes, easily. So, I think if we make the campfire, we need designated areas as well. So we're going to have a water area, like a wood storage area, fire and shelter. So I want the fire there really. And make a campfire pit. So that is good. There's also a bed there, that's quite cool. Do anything with these yet? I don't think so. Rafts. We're going to at some point make a barrel raft with a steel raft floor and a boat's motor. That's yeah, very far down the line now. So shelter, enough sticks. We need some palm leaves and a lashing. Best thing to do now, we'll make a stone tool to make a refined. No. Right. I know what we have to do. We have to get the stone tool to cut young palm trees here. And these young palm trees make lashing. So basically with the lashing you can make the majority of things on here. Without the lashing there's very little you can make. For example, the stone tool. Well, yeah, the lashing is very important here. Yes, I think 4 lashing. So when we get a knife it makes it so much easier to actually craft items. Refined knife. I don't know if there's a crude knife actually. Technically the crude knife is that stone tool. So, refined knife. We can do a lot with this now. Yeah, one cut and it's through, basically. We still want to leave some palm trees as well, because they will grow back, hopefully. And we will, at some point, we will need more lashing to do more things with. But yeah, I mean, if we can get well, the basics here. It's water, what's that like? Water does go down incredibly quickly on here as well, so that is one thing we have to take care of. When we find a bucket on a shipwreck or something, we will be placing that out every night, or every day at least, just leaving it there to collect fresh water. Now the fresh water, very important. Seawater, you become very sick if you drink. It is basically just a survival game with incredibly decent graphics, where I can get constantly over 60 FPS. I don't know if the top left there you can see my current FPS. 74, 77. It's decent. If any of you got really quite good PCs, you want to be running this at the highest possible settings for everything to work really nicely. Now there are two options as well, so DirectX 9 and DirectX 11. Now DirectX 11 allows for volumetric clouds. Yeah, it's basically just an improvement to DirectX 9. For you guys that don't know what I'm on about, don't worry. Yeah, you're not really missing out on anything. DirectX 11 is the better option if your computer can run it. So we've got quite a few lashings actually. To create these, we will also be making like a storage area as well. So when we have the house, there'll be designated room. If we just get 2 more lashing, make our life so much easier. So yeah, there'll be a designated room for storing lashing, tarpaulin, all sorts of gubbins like that. Just because they are rather important. It's rather important that we keep them safe. So, crude axe. We need 2 stone tools. Can we make them? Yes. What do we need? Refined axe. We need 1 crude axe. Ah, that's good. Let's make a crude axe. Let's make a refined axe. The more refined tools that we can get, the better. So it basically means that like the process becomes faster. So how many palm leaves is it actually that we need? 4. Easily get that off of this tree. You know what? We'll climb up first. Actually, we'll get this coconut, as the coconuts provide water and food. So I'll show you about them. I'll show you them in just a second. So it's really quite cool as well. You can climb up the trees and stuff like that. I think this game sort of reminds me of Bear Grylls The Island. I don't know if you guys watch Bear Grylls or anything, or if you don't know who he is, he's sort of like a, I like to say survivalist, but no, that's not the word. Survival expert, really. Does quite a lot of stuff with scouting in the UK and overseas, I think. Land Rover, he's a big part with that. Yeah, it's basically just he does surviving in that. And he had a TV show not so long ago, I think it was on Channel 4 maybe, or ITV, I don't know, where basically there'd be a team of people. I think this is one anyway. Team of people that basically go and try to survive, but they'd have a film crew with them. So the people in their team would be the film crew, would be camera operators, sound operators, not sound operators, boom operators, and they'd be filming it for the whole thing, which is really quite good series. That this sort of reminds me of that series really. Nice chopping up logs in that. It takes a while as well. Sunset, so really good on this game. If you want decent, if you want to look at some decent graphics, this game is that basically. Right. I'm not entirely sure what I have to do here at the top as well, because the numerous times I've cut down palm trees, I don't know, I've got sort of different responses. For example, it says that that's a log, but I don't think there is a log there. Yeah, I'm not sure really. Oh, there we go. Right, 1, 2, 3. Right, let's make our shelter. I don't know, where's is that the campfire there? No, that's lashing. Campfire is there, so we want this. Don't want it next to the campfire. There is good actually. So what we'll do now is we will save the game, and we'll also sleep. Basically, more sleep we get, the better the health is and stuff like that. It also means that, for example, that was maybe 9 o'clock at night. It speeds up the time. What I will do actually is we will start a fire. Let's craft some kindling. Equip that. I'm rubbing sticks here, or doing the basically the bow fire, the bow trick for starting a fire without the bow. Same friction there. But yeah, we're doing that. There we go, campfire is lit. So what we'll do as well on here is we will make sure that everything is kept where we want it to. So for example, kindling, important stuff, is kept by the shelter. As well, like I said there, young palm trees do come back. So we will be chopping some more down soon. I'm not entirely sure actually if they do turn into big palm trees. It'd be quite cool if they do. So we need to start a whole ecosystem off here. The only dodgy thing about this game is as well is objects colliding. So for example, you can drag objects here. And sometimes they don't react the best to one another. But I mean, the physics on this game really quite good. Masterpiece, this game really. So yeah, this game really quite a masterpiece really, with the physics engines and everything that they've added. I believe it's made in Unity as well. And there is another part to this game which I'll show you a bit later on in the series, or maybe a mini-series actually, making an island basically. It's got an inbuilt map editor. Basically, one way which I was trying out all the features of the game was I'd add like the steel on and stuff like that to a map, just so I could sort of have it then, really, without having to find it. Oh, there goes the raft. Yeah, because I wanted to see what the game was like first before I made a series. But yes, so got that stuff there. What time is it now? 5 o'clock in the morning. Let's have a coconut. We drop the coconut, which is Q. Get our axe. We want to hit the coconut. Oh, please don't roll away. Drag this back up here. So we have there a coconut. Now we have a drinkable coconut. E to pick up. No. Switch to it. One mouse click. I think. Empty drinkable coconut, which you then split in half again. Coconut half, which you can eat. So, one coconut down. So, yes. Basically, you find food, that's one major thing here. I don't want to climb up that just yet. We will be climbing up some palm trees later, having a look around for a bit of food. But yeah, I am going to try and keep everything around this area as well. So for example, if we ever end up making a house, I'll knock down the shelter and we'll sort of build it on the top here, looking out over the different areas. Now, which way is the sun going to rise? The sunrises on this game are magnificent. One of the best sort of day-night cycles I've ever seen. There we go, we'll look over there, we'll watch this sunrise. A bit fast for my liking, but I mean, it looks brilliant. I mean, graphics still here, what, 70 FPS. I mean, the clouds there are moving, that's quite cool. The birds there flying over towards the left. Yeah, it's a brilliant game this, and I mean, yeah, over 60 FPS. The computers can run this. Right. I think if we put the fire out, it's probably the best thing to do, is we don't want to waste anything. Right, what can we make? We need a hammer, really, before we can start making anything. Lashing, that's over here. Make a hammer, then we can see what items we can make. Can we make a refined hammer? That is the question. No, you can't. I'm sure you could at some point. Maybe I need to unlock more things first. Anyway, foundations. Yeah, wood stick. We can make a wood stick foundation. I sort of want to do either corrugated or steel or planks. Then you got floors which act as roofs. Stairs, quite cool. Steel scrap stairs look quite good as well. As well, containers. We can get containers on here, so we will be trying to find one of those. Right, sun is rising. It's 7 o'clock. Let's go on an adventure. So we need to know that this is our island. There's an island over there which we will go and explore. And we'll leave all the valuable things here, such as the flare gun, tarpaulins we don't need. We can actually make tarpaulin walls as well for the house, just in case we ever need something like that. That can go. So if we do end up finding items over there on the island, we want to bring them back. So we need as much stuff as possible, or as many slots possible in our backpack. So that island over there, as long as we keep in a straight line, it should be okay. As well, the tides on here are really quite good. And just the way that the sea works, for example, you'll see it bobbing up and down. Yeah, can't stop giving this game compliments, really. It's such a good game. And there are also sharks as well. So yeah, at some point we will make a spear gun and we'll get some sharks, or a shark at least. Stingrays. Yeah, if you guys don't want to see that, please say so in the comments, and that'll be like an off-screen thing, which I get, basically. Yeah, because I know some people may not want to see that. It's not graphic at all, but yeah, people's opinions, isn't it? So, as well, fish around here, sardines, and another one, which I can't remember. We can eat them and cook them. We have to catch them first with the fishing spear, gut them with the knife. FPS, actually, yeah, that is a big drop. So I went down to 2 then, not bad. But yes, we have to gut these sardines, put them on a spit that we then create. Yes. So, it looks like a fairly large island, this. I mean, if this island has got a lot of items such as steel scraps and corrugated scrap, we'll make our house over here. And we'll just remove what's on that other island. Unfortunately, we can't take it apart and move the parts. That's kind of disappointing, but oh well. I've got a cough a second. Right. Yeah, voice is a bit croaky there. Anyway, the tarpaulin there that we can see. Jump out. Drag the raft up onto the shoreline, bearing in mind that direction is the direction that we came from. So, important things like tarp, we can get wood sticks, maybe not. Switch to knife, it's much nicer for, in fact no, just nothing, it's easier to see things. Is there some bucket there? No, unfortunately. You have to have a real good route around these islands as well. There's so many hidden gems on here. I think as well, when it went grey then, I think that means it's about to start raining. Which does in fact reduce visibility. A bit of a pain really. So you sort of want to stay on an island whilst it's raining. And then move off at a later point. Right, bucket of fresh water. So, I'll drink that. So that's empty. So the bucket, yeah, that plays a big part. I mean, we can get water now, which is good. Let's have a look in here. Not sure if there will be anything, but I mean, if we can find a machete, that's always good. Oh, console. Propeller, now that's what we're after. Because we can make the motors with that. I'd say part of the motor. So have a good route around the edges here. So can we get on top here? Have a good view from above. It's always good. So as well, whilst we're up here, we'll have a look around for other shipwrecks. Don't think that's one there. The bubbles indicate another shipwreck, which is underwater. So in some of the shipwrecks, we may find a hard case that includes or houses an air tank, which means that we can go deep sea diving for well, yeah, deeper shipwrecks really. There's lots of tarp around on these. Oh, crikey, there's a snake. It bit me. That's going to have to be dealt with. I didn't see that there. Can't see it. I know it's somewhere. Nah. Right, we're going to have to be incredibly careful. As well, I've changed the sound settings as well, so I can't actually hear if there's a shark around or anything. Oh, there again! Are you having a laugh, mate? Mate, you're off. You're gonna like... I've had it with you. It's like second time. Health has gone down 1 bar. You can't be having that. So I'm guessing base of trees and that sort of thing is where the snake will hide. If it bites us one more time, we're going to go home. Oh, this is what we want. This is where we get the decent lashing from, I think. Yeah, it's a yucca plant. So we get multiple fibrous objects. Right, nothing else really on this island, unfortunately. Oh, it just jumped off there, shouldn't have done that. Health is going down very dramatically. Dramatically, what am I on about? Rapidly. Right, almost coming up to the 30-minute mark here for this episode. I think next episode we'll head to another island. But please tell me what you'd like to see me do. For example, if it's make a house first, or a raft, or whatever. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this episode on Stranded Deep. Here comes the rain. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and share this video, as it really does help me out. And I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.